Hey folks, welcome back to Robo's House of Guitars. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the blue floral pattern 77P. This is a really amazing guitar. I've read on several different websites and stuff like that and people's opinions of them. And they've really gotten some bad marks, and just because they're Indonesian made does not mean they are not a quality made guitar. This guitar is specially set up with a neck type of the Wizard 5-piece maple walnut neck with a KTS titanium truss rod. It is an American basswood body, maple fretboard with the beautiful Tree of Life. Jumbo frets, which makes it nice for people with big fingers like myself. And over here on the bridge, we've got the ever popular Edge 02 Tremolo. I like this tremolo a lot. It's not the zero with the dial, but it is close. It stays true to its tuning. Really remarkable style tremolo system. I do like them, and Ibanez did need to step forward and bring it up to date and keep pushing their quality forward. And I think this is a good model. It's not an Edge or an Edge Pro by any means, but it is a really good made tremolo. I've had no problem with it staying in tune. I tightened down the bar so that way it is accessible for me to play and add some English and flavor to my style. So it is there if you need that. You can back it off a little bit to let it swing down more if that's the style that you do. These are some amazing pickups as well. These are the Gravity Storms in the bridge and Gravity Storm in the neck, and this is a DiMarzio Evolution in the center, and which I think is a good combination of the two, because there's a lot of tonal values that you can change back and forth with the 5-way selector switch, which comes with basically most of the Ibanez models. And I really, like I say, I've stayed with Ibanez for over 35 years now, and to me they make a fine quality instrument. And even though that it is made in Indonesia, does not mean, like I said, that it is a great guitar, because it is. Don't judge these guitars at the store, folks. When you go to pick them up, you check them out, you play them in the store, you say, it's not, it's it's junk, you'll put it back down, you don't buy it. Or if you buy it and you get it home and you don't know how to do a setup on them properly, or to utilize them in the best of their ability, then basically you'll flood the market with them and to try to resell them and get you something that will, coincide with what you need. But, get them home and do a setup on them. Take them to your tech and whoever your luthier may be, or somebody that does setups on you, a local music store that has a good setup person. Take it to them and let them do a setup on it, and tell them exactly how you like it, and go from there. I wouldn't just basically come home and give them a bad tag and say, this guitars are junk. The story behind them is that Steve Vai wanted an affordable Jem for the public to be able to buy and be able to own a Jem. And Japanese people were like, hey, we make fine quality instruments. We're going to charge $3,000, $4,000 American dollars for these guitars. And Vi was like, well, I've had so many people saying, I'd love to have your signature series model, but I can't afford it. And he's basically thought that through and got with the people of Ibanez and had them release the patents and the rights for Indonesia to make the Jem models. The premium line is actually a pretty good line, and they're affordable in between $1,400 to $1,500. So, and you will get a really nice hard shell flight case with these guitars. They usually throw a Prestige style multi-tool in the box, along with some of the other, the case candy, as you will. There's usually some Allen wrenches in there, some extra stuff, some extra springs, the owner's manual to read up on how to do proper setups, and try to do things like that at home, so that way you can save some money. But I'm just kind of messing around with some of the clean channels tonight, and really putting it through its ringers, and I enjoy this model, and I've had it for a little over a year now, and I plan to keep it. It's very joyfully playable, and not to mention the fact that it is just knocked down, gorgeous, beautiful. And the back is solid black with a 5-piece neck on it. It's just an amazing guitar. I mean, you know, they thought out the tremolo system and try to push their technology forward, and which I think is a good thing for a company to constantly perspire and go about it to better the market and bring products forward that's going to work and be just as credible as some of the older stuff that they have put out in the past. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. I mean, to look at it, it is just amazing. And you know, the original floral patterns were made with like a material style setup on the scheme, and but I like the graphics on these, and it's just faded out on the edges. Really beautiful, beautiful guitar. I mean, to look at is just absolutely gorgeous. And wiping them down after you've done playing it and look at it, and it's just amazingly, it's just popping, and the graphics are just amazing on these guitars. The hardware is Cosmo Black. The scale length is like a 648 millimeter, 25.5. You got a 43 millimeter at the nut. Let's see, your width is about 58 millimeters at 24F. The thickness is about 18 millimeters at 1F. There's a lot of other things too. It's a 400 millimeter radius, so it's kind of oval shaped, and it's very smooth in transaction to play when you're running throughout your scales, and it's just a smooth flow to each note, and it's really a beautiful playing guitar. For the price, you're not going to beat it. Just because it's Indonesian made does not mean it is not a good quality made guitar. After the approval went through with Japanese producers over there that make the Ibanez, after they gave the approval for Indonesia to make these models, they sent technicians over to Indonesia to oversee the way they build them, the way they put them together. And I feel that this guitar is a great purchase. It's a great buy. It's got, like I say, the Gravity Storms, and they are a really warm, not quite a high intensity as the Evolution would be in the Gem 7s, but they are a very warm and friendly pickup. A lot of versatility in them, and the tones are just amazing of what you can actually do with them. And I really enjoy this guitar, and I'm glad I purchased it, and I would suggest that you would maybe go and pick one out, and if that's what you're wanting to do, bring it home, do a setup on it, change strings, do a little bit of truss rod work, and I think it's probably going to fall right in line for you, and you'll be happy you purchased the guitar. And like I say, I am very thrilled with it, and I've got a nice hard shell case to boot, and I'm glad I made the purchase. So, but the headstock is just as beautiful. It's got the matching graphic that goes along with that. So as you see, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous guitar. And one of the newer features that I liked that Ibanez came out with was the fold-out switchblade style truss rod cover for easy access when you're doing adjustments and stuff like that. Because usually you got to go get a Phillips head screwdriver, a small tip, and you got to take the 3 bolts out, and you got to let it flop down, and then you got to do your adjustments, and then you got to drill it back in there and tighten it back up. This is just set up to where it flops down, do your adjustment, and flop it right back up. You don't have to do any kind of work manually with a screwdriver, anything of that nature. This is an amazing, amazing guitar. I mean, like I said, Indonesian made doesn't going to make or break this guitar. Go feel it out for yourself. Don't be quick to listen to people that's giving them bad reviews, because those are the people that probably don't know how to do a proper setup, or they've played it through a crappy amp at the music store, or something has swayed their decision to keep the model. Now, I was kind of reluctant to purchase them myself because I did read a few bad reviews, and then I went and checked it out myself, and I saw potential, and I said, well, this is what I wanted to get. I've had my eye on it ever since it came out, so I made the purchase and brought it home, and yeah, it was a little bit out, And but it's going to be, the factories, they shuffle this guitar from section to section in the factory, and this guy does this to him, and that guy does that to him, and they get over here, and the guy puts the strings on them, and he does a spec setup. He'll grab his little tool, check the height of the string. If it's close, within a fraction of a millimeter, he'll send it right on down the line. That's what they want to do, is get production out of the door and meet their quota for the day as far as the numbers. And these companies are very stringent and abusive to their employees if they don't meet the guidelines for the day, because they have a quota to keep, and the trucks has got to keep flowing and in and out of the docks, so that way can smoothly send their freight on to the carriers, which bring it across the seas to us. And like I said, this is a very, very gorgeous guitar, and if you thought about purchasing it, I would. I really like the way they did the back of the neck. It's just basically a raw feel, and then when you get down to about right here, they have clear coated from here on up, so it is a nice shiny shimmery look, and the rest of it is just like a plain raw feel. It is smooth. It's not like your normal piece of wood would be rough or anything like that. It has been conditioned. It's been stocked over, and they threw together a great package with this guitar, including the hard shell and all the fine instruments and stuff that they throw out of these manufacturers, and they stand beside their product, and I stand beside them as well. And go out and get you one, play it, bring it home, do a setup on it, make it your own. That's what I did, and I'm glad I did. I'm going to keep this model. It's not going anywhere. It plays the way I want it to play, just like my Jems, and to me it is a Jem. So but there you have it, and thanks for tuning in to Robo's House of Guitars, and there's going to be more reviews coming up soon, so stick around and check me out daily, and you might see something new. Alright, you guys, have a wonderful day, and we're getting close to the weekend, and have a good one when you get to it. Be safe, and peace.